Hello Runescape, Wilmus here with a new video, and how is everyone doing? So, today is quite a historical day, to be honest, and I'm sure most of you know very well what I am talking about, because this has blown up in a matter of hours, and there's already a bunch of videos out there. There's threads, forum posts, everything. People are talking about it in-game all the time, and this is going to be something big for the next few weeks until this will actually happen. So yeah, in case you're somehow been living under a rock and still watching my videos, thank you very much. I do will mention, well, sorry about that. I will mention that ModMMG announced the 2007 servers returning to RuneScape, and I don't want to say that this isn't going to happen, because with 50,000 votes, it is going to happen, you know. And I personally, I do support it. I'm not going to cover that. There are parts of it that I don't like, which I'm going to go through, but I want to say that I do agree with the service. I want the service back because I'm, like everyone else, I'm nostalgic as well. I do want to try out how this works, how it looks. Try out, I forget the same feeling as I did in the past days when I still was a skiller. And I actually did combat sometime before that as well, but that's another thing. But yeah, it's still something that I want to try out, and it's something I'm going to make videos about and support and do probably normal things. But what I kind of feel that people are ignoring is the fact that every good thing is mostly too good to be true. Back in 2009-2010, we had the wilderness and free trade pool, which players got to decide on if we wanted to return those things or not, and people voted yes purely because they thought they could PK again, and wilderness would be like fully implemented, and free trade, people will get free items from their friends as a hooray gift or something. But what did people ignore here? They ignored real world trading, scamming, gambling, spamming like other talkers and so on, luring, and all those things in really high number. Bots, of course, are only here because of this. Well, it was bots back then as well, but less bots. And these things work like this just because players voted it forward and players ignored the negative sides about an actual poll. So I want to mention, is there something we actually are ignoring with this poll that is going to be up in 2 days? I do know that a lot of people will vote on this. I'm not sure if we will actually receive 750,000 votes, but I am 100% sure we will pass 50,000 and maybe 250,000. I don't really know, but yeah, I know that this will happen. I'm not sure when or how, but I know it will happen. Bots, first of all, bots, we're not getting full bot bans, mainly because we're not getting enough votes, seeing how the community is at the moment, and people will not know about this within the timer, unless people start playing over time, of course, but that's another thing. But at the same time this happens, a lot of people are going to start botting, a lot of people are going to be gambling, scamming, luring, and so on. Of course, it's simply to avoid these things, but it will happen, and this is exactly those bad things that will affect us, and did affect us after the Wilderness Free Trade update a few years ago. I'm kind of scared about this because I do want to see this being a success. I do want to see this being implemented to the game, and I do want to see the happy faces on people when this actually happens. But as I mentioned, I am pretty scared of the negative parts. I know that a lot of you do have arguments about this, that these things won't happen or these things will happen, but will be able to be tackled, and I'm pretty sure you guys do, but I don't think we can say for sure that good or bad things will happen. And even if these things I do mention now is being fixed, there's always something else that will happen. It's just like gambling. It's impossible to stop gambling. It's impossible to stop bots. A lot of it can be taken away, but it will never stop, basically. And I do know that 2007 RuneScape will be affected by these things as well. People will bot, people will abuse things. But of course, there's a lot of good things being brought back as well that will weight it up, and like PKers being back and PKing, old PK system, old RuneScape at all, before the grinding change and all. So, you know, it's a good thing in my opinion, and I do think this is healthy for the RuneScape game. But I am pretty scared that the community will split up and people will start taking different sides. People playing RuneScape 2007, only RuneScape 2007, will forget the new RuneScape, and the new RuneScape will forget the 2007. Like two kind of things, like east side, west side, two different parts, two different games, and basically two different communities. And I don't want that, because one of the servers will obviously have the advantage some way or another. Like, a lot of people will eventually get tired of the old service due to no updates and will jump over to the new current RuneScape and different, and some people play both. But I do know that the community will be split, and a majority of players will play on either server after a few months. Obviously, the majority of players will play the old service in the beginning, but I'm not sure how this will evolve because it's quite detailed stuff, and I don't think that this is something we can say for sure at all. So, my personal plans when this happens is that I'm going to be continuing as a skiller. I'm going to start fresh, and get some skills up, get money manually, and be a normal skiller. Do my normal stuff. I'm not going to get 9 Slayer obviously because it won't work that fast like I did before, and I do want to focus on a new game still. But I am going to do like all quests and all things to do in the old RuneScape, like the Romeo and Juliet quests. I think I was one of the last people actually finishing that quest before it was removed, because I finished the quest like 7 seconds before the actual update, which was really which is something I'm happy about. I'm not sure if anyone else did that as well. So yeah, I'm quite excited about the things like that. But I'm going to continue like a skiller, do achievements like a skiller, remain combat 3, all combat skills as 1, get high total, and possibly one of the best skillers of past times, even though I don't think this is going to happen. Like, I'm going to focus on a new game and continue there because, well, yeah, but I am quite scared that my friends will disappear as well. But I think this is just something we have to see. But yeah, the point of the video, guys, do consider the negative stuff that can happen. I'm not saying it will happen, saying it can happen. Do consider it. If you vote yes, go ahead, vote yes, please do. The negative stuff can be handled, but just make sure you don't ignore the bad parts before voting on this, because those are so important for the game and the health of the game, the community, and I think it's really important that everyone knows what they're actually voting for. So yeah, personally, as I said, I'm most likely going to vote yes. So because I know what I'm going to expect, I know what to see, and I know how players feel about this, and I do think it's good updates in my opinion, but I do think we are ignoring the negative sides. So yeah, guys, tell me your opinion about this in the comment section below. My name is Will Miss It, and I'll see you guys later.